Okay, today I want to do something using linear perspective to give the illusion of space and depth. And a lot of you guys have probably done this in the 7th grade in the past, where you had a line going across the middle, which is called your horizon line, but it's also the same thing as known as your eye level in the picture. And you probably did this where you put a point somewhere on that line. Doesn't have to be in the middle, but right on the middle like that, and you've got parallel lines that recede into the distance going towards your eye level or your horizon line. Parallel lines look like they're going to meet at a point. It's just an illusion because we know that the two sides of the roads never really meet there. It just looks like they do. Things get smaller as they go into the distance. If you think about a horizon line, it's the same thing as if you're out on the ocean and you're in a boat and you look out and you see the horizon in the distance that separates the sky from the water. And things get smaller as they go back towards your horizon there, like that. So what I want to do today is, you need your straight edge or a ruler like this and your pencil. But if you don't have a ruler, you can make a straight edge with a piece of paper, just fold it in half like that. And I want to put a horizon line going across the middle. Now what's important is that when you do horizontal lines is that they're not crooked like this, going up, angling down or up, but you want them parallel to the bottom or the top of your page there. So you have to look at it and make sure it looks parallel. It can be anywhere in there, but I'm just going to do it in the middle here like this. So I'm going to put a little dotted line going across the middle like this. That's going to be my horizon line. A little dotted line like that. That is your eye level in this perspective picture that we're going to do. And then in the middle of that somewhere, I'm going to put a dot, which is called the vanishing point, which is on my horizon line. And parallel lines that appear as if they're going into the distance, parallel lines will look like they're heading towards that point or that dot. Then what I want to do is practice making some boxes like this, which is a really good way to practice perspective, is making a bunch of boxes that look 3D by starting by drawing side A of the box, the part of the box that's facing you that doesn't have any depth. So if you're looking at a box like this, this is side A here that doesn't have any depth on it. Sometimes you can see the side here, sometimes you can see the top here. Sometimes when it's up in the air, you can see the bottom like that. You might see underneath the box. Sometimes when it's like this, you don't see the top or the bottom of the box. But this is a great way to practice. So if you guys would follow along with me here like this, I'm going to go over to this corner of my drawing page here, and I'm going to make a little square or rectangle, not very big, that doesn't touch the side of the page, but I want to make sure the sides are parallel to each other. And just because I have two ends right here, I don't know that they're the right height, so what I do sometimes is I'll slide my ruler up until I almost get to the end, but not quite. And I look at it, and I look at my ruler, and I look at the bottom of the page, go, yeah, that looks pretty parallel, doesn't it? It's not great. Then I will draw my next line like that, and if I have any parts sticking over like that, I just take my eraser and erase the little tails off like that, okay? So this is what I call side A of the box, because it doesn't have any depth. It looks flat. Now, the trick for this is you're going to draw a line from each corner that's heading towards the point, but you cannot draw through your rectangle. You cannot draw through your rectangle. So if I go from this corner and I put my straight edge on the corner there and I line it up with a point there, I can draw a line going to the point like that. I'll go to this corner, line it up with the point, draw a line towards the point. I'll go to this corner here, line up that corner with the point with my straight edge, draw towards the point. I'll go to this corner right here. But I can't draw from that corner because I'd end up drawing right through my rectangle. So that one you leave out, you don't do it. Now, I want to make this into a box with a top and a side. So what I'm going to do first is do the side over here. I line up my straight edge with the vertical line here that I did for side A, and I'll just slide it slowly to the left just a little bit, not much, however much you want, but just a little bit. And I make sure I'm staying straight up and down, parallel to the side of my page, parallel to this line I did on side A, and I'll draw a new line right there between those two lines. That gives me a new corner right there. I need to finish the top of the box, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to line it up with the top of side A like that, and then slowly slide it up without it getting crooked until I hit that new corner that I made right there, and I'll finish the box like that. I have this side done and the top done like that. Okay? At this point, you can erase away those long lines you did that were guidelines going all the way to the point there. It's okay if they still show through because you might use them later. Let's go over to this side of the page. What if I did a box over here on the left side of the page? Same thing I want to start with is making some kind of a little rectangle, any size you want, as long as it doesn't touch the sides of your paper. But just a little rectangle like that, somewhere over there, where the sides are parallel to each other. Now here you see I didn't finish that one, so I have to kind of fix it, make it come together like that in a corner. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but this is a mechanical drawing. Here's side A again, which looks very flat, but I want to make it look like that. Because it's underneath my eye level, the box is underneath my horizon line or my eye level, that means I ought to be able to see the box. Just like when I'm looking at a box like this, if it's under my eye level, I can see the top of the box. So let's do the top of the box there. Coming from this corner here, I'm going to aim at the point, line it up with the corner, but this time I'm not going to draw all the way. I'm just going to draw a part way like that. Let's go to this corner there. Line it up with the point in the middle, and I'm going to draw from that corner. I don't care how long. They don't have to be the same length because we're going to erase them later. Let's go to this corner down here. Draw towards the point. There it goes, like that. How about this corner? No, I can't do that one because I'd end up drawing right through my rectangle. So that one you leave out. So now I want to make a thin box over here. I'm going to line it up with the vertical part of side A, but I'll slide it over just a little bit like that and do a new vertical line going up between those two lines. That gives me a new corner right there. Now I'm going to line up with the top of side A here like this, make sure it's parallel, and I'll slide that up to that new corner I made, and then I make a new horizontal line like that. What's the hidden word inside the word horizontal? See if you guys can answer that. So there's two boxes. The reason I don't draw all the way to the point is you don't really need to. You just have to make sure your ruler or your straight edge lines up with the point. You don't have to draw all the way. If it helps to draw all the way to the point, that's fine. You can do that and erase them later, but sometimes you can just draw part way. It's less lines to erase later, less guidelines. What happens if this box rises up and was floating up in the air up here like that? So let's go up to this corner here and make another rectangle up here that's got some nice parallel sides. Whatever side, doesn't have to be a square, but if you want it to be, you can. But let's look at this way. Let's keep it kind of, and I notice that if I go like this, I still have a little bit sticking out over the end there because I wanted to keep these nice and straight. I just erased the tail off like that. So there's side A up there in that part of my drawing above my eye level. It's above the horizon line, so that means I would probably begin to see underneath the box. Well, let's try this again here. I'm going to go right to this corner here, aim at my vanishing point, my point on my horizon, and I'm going to draw a little ways towards it and stop. Let's go to this corner, line up with my vanishing point, and I'll draw a little ways and stop. Let's go to this corner, line that up. You can use either side of your straight edge. I'm aiming at my point here. Okay, there you go. All those lines are heading towards my point over there, but I don't need those lines to be that long because I'm going to cut them off a little bit with a new horizontal line. Let's make a little skinny box here like this. That's parallel to the bottom of side A. I come over like that. That gives me a new corner right there. I'll slide this over. It looks like it's parallel with side A here, a vertical line with my new corner there, and I'll draw a vertical line up like that. Then I can get rid of these extra lines over here like this, okay? We're gonna do lots of erasing with this project coming up here, okay? Now let's try one more thing here before we quit part one here. Anyway, somewhere on the line here, I think I'll just try it right here between these two boxes here like that. Or I might go over to this side. Let's try it over here like this. I'm going to draw a rectangle that starts underneath my horizon and goes above the horizon like that. It starts underneath the horizon but goes up above it. It's a vertical line. Let's make side A here. Over this way here with the two horizontals, and then I need a new vertical over here like that. And there's side A that is crossing over the horizon line. So it's both under your eye level and above it like that. There's side A again. I don't think I'm going to be able to see the top of it because it's above your eye level, just like this one is above your eye level. But I don't think I can see the bottom of this box because it's under your eye level, the way you can't see the bottom of these boxes. But I should be able to see the side of it, like I can see the side of it right there, because it's on this side of my page, on this side of my point there. So I'm going to line up this corner with the point and just draw it a very short line like that. And I'll go up to this corner at the top there, a very short line like that. Okay, I don't know how long those lines. Let's not make them that long here. I'm gonna make it a really skinny box this time. I line it up with the edge of side A, slide over there like that just a little bit. I need another vertical line like that between those two lines, and then I will get rid of the tails that I don't need there like that. And I've got a tall, skinny box that is between, it's under my eye level and it's above my eye level like that. Okay, let's just try that to start with. Okay, that's good.